Season 5, episode 40. We are 29 episodes away from the end of Season 5. So basically, about a month's worth of episodes before we reach this season's conclusion. Every season of the paper thing, of course, ending on episode 69 due to my childish mentality. Yes. Did I prepare the show? I did. Did I just manage to trap the papers under my chair? I also did. Today's show, it's a four-paper show. Classic four-paper show. We've got the Times, we've got the Sun, we've got the Daily Mail, and we've got the Daily Mirror. We'll be speedrunning the Mirror because we always speedrun the Mirror because it's not very exciting. Also, gonna have, Sun, Mirror, Times, and Daily Mail. Also, just, the usual scenario is happening today. We're going to start with the Sun, move on to the Mirror for the speedrun, then to the Times, and end on the Daily Mail. Good afternoon to you, the Research Arena, and to Panic Future. How are you both? Lovely to see you. Cranberry juice. It actually is. Cranberry sauce. I am well, thank you, Panic Future. Broadly well, I would say, in the decaying wreckage of the United Kingdom. Boob bell for the Mirror. This is in fact the Sun Research Arena, but yes, there are boobs there. There you go. Alright, let's do it. Front page of the Sun. Top of the shop, they're still trying to get you to enter a competition to win a holiday home worth £55,000. Top right hand corner, Man United 0, Liverpool 5. Where is Ole gonna get the sack? He's not yet, apparently. Apparently they have a 3-game action plan. Afternoon to you, Mark Kenosis. I hope you all had good weekends. Hello, Heath Moore, as well. Bottom left-hand side, Mora's geodate app riddle. Don't know what that means. Really don't care, but I know we'll cover it as we get into the paper. And, of course, the main story, more Queen news. The Queen, still not dead. But apparently she missed church at the weekend. That's worth a whole front page. And an exclusive nonetheless. On page 3, there isn't page 3, but is page 3, Habbo is in Chelsea blue. Sophie Habbo is a lingerie shoot. She's a 27-year-old known as Habs. She's from Made in Chelsea. So there you go. Another boob bell there for the Research Arena. Also on that page, Morecambe Bay. A chef is spoofing Salt Bay's pricey dishes by selling a £12.50 pork pie covered in gold leaf. Whoopie-doo. I wish she was of Habbo Hotel fame, yeah. On pages 4 and 5, Her Maj misses church service. One is knackered. 120 jobs in 194 days. Docs order rest. Taking the knackered word from the Sunday Times is reporting yesterday. Equally as ridiculous. Hello, Slinkermeyer. How are you doing? Good to see you. On page 7, Geo on date app before splitting. Strictly Dance star Giovanni Panisse was using a dating app before he split with Maura Higgins, the Sun can reveal. Or could it be, as is often the case, that the relationship there was a fake one set up by their agents? On page 8, Saj's rush to protect over 50s booster thrust is the headline. On pages 8 and 9, star Alec meets the family of mum he shot, struck dumb by grief, son of victim, unable to speak. Absolutely horrendous. It's sensationalised, disgusting reporting by the Sun, as ever. Good afternoon, Gonzo Socialism, who says, afternoon dwellers of land surrounded by rivers of shit. Yes, indeed, that's where we are. Trevor Kavanagh is a piece of crap. His column features a picture of Rishi Sunak as the Hulk, because of course. I'm a celeb, Adele fights Big C. DJ 42 having up. I'm a celebrity star, Adele Roberts has been diagnosed with bowel cancer. Once again, please, for the love of Christ, stop talking about cancer battles. Prince Charles writes in The Sun not to talk about his nonce-adjacent brother, but to say it needn't cost the earth to help save the earth. Here are things all of us can do. Fuck off, get rid of every single servant you have, you parasite. On pages 14 and 15, exclusive survey shows huge rise in CO2 busting. Right. On page 17, footy legend Paul Scholes was redder than his Man United top after his daughter put up a video of him chewing her toes. Alicia, 20, plays netball for England, captained the foot age, oh God, true love, and showed her dad giving her foot a rub, giving her a foot rub. Scholes, 46, left nibbles her big toe as they sit on the sofa. The tip went viral when posted to 62,000 Instagram followers of Alicia above, with one fan saying, class of 92, toe. Another said they wish they could unsee it. I wish I could unsee it. Good afternoon, Red Tixie. Red Tixie saw a rat today, thought it was the Queen. Both the Hulk and Superman, impressive. Yeah, the Superman picture of Rishi Sunak was, of course, done by the very impartial BBC. Scholes' photo is haunting, absolutely haunting. As Mark Canosa says. Page 19, neighbour puts panels 12 inches from windows, living room plunged into darkness all day. A neighbour has put up an 8-foot fence just a foot from a family's home. Dad of 3, Rob Shepherd, can now barely open the windows, which he says is a fire hazard. It is. Builder Michael Fitzsimmons put the wooden screen up next door after a series of rows with Rob. Fucking pathetic. On pages 20 and 21, the bizarre column, various women wore clothes. On page 23, £100 coining it in. It's a coin story, everyone. £5,000 compo. Hate when they say that, compo. It's not the character from Last of Summer Wine. It means compensation. A collector nicked for using a £100 commemorative coin to buy fuel has won a £5,000 payout from the cops. Brett Chamberlain, 54, was thrown out by staff who said it wasn't real money. He was then interrogated at a police station, but the Trafalgar Square Special Edition with 45,000 minted in 2016 is legal tender under a 1971 Act. Dad of 4 Brett plans to spend the compo on more coins. Coins! He took legal action and received notice of damages this month. The carpenter of Tiverton, Devon said, they interrogated me. They wanted to prosecute me for using Royal Mint coins. Couldn't make it up. I was trying to spend money like any other citizen. I always use the coins to buy my fuel. Morrison's, Asda and Sainsbury's have taken them, but Tesco's are always difficult. Jesus Christ, stop being a prick. Come on. Thank you for resubscribing, SK the Crusader. That's a 10-month streak. Thank you very much. Fury, as Barton says, game like Holocaust. Gobby football boss Joey Barton has sparked fury by calling a poor game by a player a Holocaust. Fans were appalled. He used the word that describes the slaughter of Jews by Nazis in the Second World War. Not just Jews, many other groups as well. But there you go. Joey Barton's a cunt. Oh shit, is that the guy from the videos on the TF YouTube zone? I think it might be. I think he might be it might be the Lambo video guy. Yeah. Celebrity scares. Get kooky at Halloween. Various things you can wear. Cruella jumpsuit, Eurovision's Maneskin, The Handmaid's Tale. Okay, now listen. Sexy Handmaid's Tale costume. It's a bit... The Guys of Future. Pablo #2 is nailed. Drug kingpin held. They've got another drug. Comic Jack book. New book on modern problems. And woke it ain't. Oh, God. Give a fuck. In the TV reviews, they review Joe Lycett versus the oil giant. And in the TV picks, Outlaws, BBC One 9pm, which features Christopher Walken, amongst others. The Long Call, ITV 9pm. Breastfeeding My Boyfriend, Channel 4 8pm. This documentary is about adult breastfeeding, which is it's a fetish, isn't it? And Sandylands, Gold, 10pm. Tracy Ann Oberman is, don't care about that. Fuck the sexy handmaid, says Lincoln Maya, agreed. Use of weapons will stick to the usual costume, a sexy coin. Yeah, everyone's going to wear that, sexy coins. Hey, Geography Challenges, thank you for joining us for the first time. Thank you for your first time chat. Good to see you. Right, in Dear Deirdre, my son is so down but can't get help. That's horrible. Illness has left me with nothing. Horrible. Worried over her secret porn habit. Right, I read this earlier. Thank you, Red Tixid, for redeeming Hydrate. Right, so this, right, as honestly, This is one of the most pathetic letters I've ever seen in Dear Deirdre, which is why I'm going to read it in full. Dear Deirdre, my girlfriend and I have a good relationship and sex life, so why is she so reliant on porn? It's denting my confidence and making me question how well I know her. She tries to hide her habit from me, but one night I woke up to find her watching an orgy on her phone. She was so into it she didn't even notice I'd woken up. I am 29, she's 26, and I'm so upset I confronted her there and then, demanding she turn it off. She was rightly embarrassed and the next day apologised, insisting it wouldn't happen again. Only she doesn't realise I know she keeps a vibrator in her car. She thinks I don't know what it means when she locks herself in the bathroom for hours. I can sometimes hear the passionate sounds drifting under the door. It's obvious she's watching porn on her phone. We've been together for 2 years, so please help me understand why, when we have regular sex, she should need sex toys and porn. I didn't consider my girlfriend to be sneaky or sleazy, but this is really disappointing and confusing me. I hate the idea of her being in the car and using her vibrator on herself. Does this mean I'm not enough? I've tried to talk to her about the porn, but I wouldn't know how to begin a conversation with her about the vibrator. She will accuse me of snooping, even though she left it in the glove compartment. I feel very let down. Am I being too sensitive? You absolutely are, mate. You absolutely are. Like, fuck me. Bin him. 100% bin him. Cascade Crusader, I would simply be better at sex. Exactly. Use weapons. You're shit in bed, mate. Not hard. Yeah, 100%. I love the keeping the vibrator in the car. Like Mark Kenosis says, absolute incredible energy. Research Arena, adult breastfeeding, toe nibbling. Is this a parody newspaper? No. Welcome to British newspapers. Yeah, honestly though, this letter is genuinely pathetic, and I'm surprised that Sally Land, as Fluffweasel said, let her wank in peace, for the love of fuck. Neon Lady, get in on the fun loser. Exactly. Bin him into the incinerator in Minecraft, says Crawfish. Mark Kinney 92. And even if you have regular sex, it's all good. Sometimes you just need to rub one out. Exactly. Here's a Kirk says C122, H122. Kinney is correct. 100%. It's just like, honestly, the most pathetic letter I've read in ages in there. And they do have some very pathetic ones. The £50 letter today comes from Christina Brooks of the Isle of Wight. A lot of the most cursed things come through from the Isle of Wight. What a tragedy for the cinematographer Hyla Hutchins to be accidentally shot dead during filming. Accidents can and will happen, but surely nowadays it should be avoided with special effects. Okay, you don't know anything about films. Stricter procedures will have to be put in place to control dangerous incidents during filming. They just didn't follow them properly. They must be personally overseen, and checks should be made beforehand. Lives should not be lost in the name of entertainment. Yeah, no shit. Kin92 says, especially if you've got a kink and your partner isn't into you and poly isn't your thing, like orgies seem to be for this person. Yeah, dude just needs to chill, says Red Tick Seed. Yeah, exactly. C122, H122 says he crywanks. Slinkermite, the procedures are already there, exactly. Mark Kenosis, like if you have differing libidos, that's fine. Yeah, I know, this man is like, honestly, and imagine writing into the Sun to express, it's Slinkermite raging about the procedure all there. Yeah, I know, exactly. It's like, Right, moving on. In the sports... Oh, no, sorry, they're trying to get you to get a portable scooter called the Super Luggy. It breaks down into foldable luggage. Yeah, the problem is, Gonzo Socialist is right, the problem is he's not talking about it, and he's writing into the sun. Mark, it's only shameful if it's intended to be a cry wank. Sometimes normal wanks just not that way. Back page, Wally Gunnar Solskjaer, flapping boss, darkest day. I believe we're getting close to what we want. Staff brilliant. We've come too far to give up. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. I mean, the chat has just descended, and I love it. But give me your scores for Sun. For me, it's minus 69 times that guy has wept about his girlfriend having a vibrator. I print all my relationship... I send all my relationship problems to the pages as a Sun, personally. It says C122, H122, Liverpool. Literally the entire crew walked out because conditions were dangerous, says Slinkermai. Yeah, the only one who stayed was Hanya Hutchins and one of the camera operators. C122, H122, and Ole out of 5 for the Sun. Mark Kenosis, minus 69 furtive car wanks. SK the Crusader minus 69 vibrators in the car. I think he should have checked the boot. I reckon the boot is full of vibrators, like just top full. He opens it and they just spill out. Didn't I see on Twitter there was a Dear Deirdre today with a comic about never shagging a Tory? There was, but I think it might have been the online one. Let me just check, because... No, today's... That was an earlier week's one. Today's one is Harry's threesome fantasy. Not Prince Harry. It goes over a speed bump in the car and it just completely starts buzzing. Slinkermeyer, minus 69 male real dolls would be better boyfriends than that arsehole. Yeah, full stop. Okay, now we are on... by the way, do check out today's newsletter. It's about how it's seemingly totally fine to leave journalism to become a gambling lobbyist and then return again. Allow your... Yes, I will absolutely allow your auto-modded message. What did Mark Knossis say? But when a man wanks in his car, he's a pervert and at risk of losing his taxi license. Jesus Christ. Use weapons. Why are all these packages from Bad Dragon? Amazing. Chat is on fire today. Loving it. Right. Cool. I'm going to move on to the Daily Mirror, which I'm going to do speed round through today. Will the Mirror have anything? As good as the man weeping in the car because he found a vibrator in the glove box? Hard to say. Likely not. I did the wrong command again. Oh, fuck's sake. Thank you, Slinker. I'm just trying to talk and type at the same time. I bet I typed newspaper, didn't I? There we go. Newsletter. Boom. Yeah. All right. Anyway. But when a man does it, he's fired as prop coordinator on the set of Brum. This can keep going. Right, okay, here we go. I reckon I can do the Daily Mirror in 1 minute 20, which is the speed it takes for that woman to get off with that vibrator versus the many hours of fruitless efforts by her sad boyfriend. Right, 1 minute 30 for the Daily Mirror. Starting now. Front page of the Daily Mirror. Alex Hug of Love. Top right hand corner. Monstered. Man United 0, Liverpool 5. On the left hand side, Katie Price saying it broke to my heart seeing Harvey hurt. Well, of course it would. Main story. Winter lockdown fear. Get booster and save Christmas. Christmas will not be saved. Inside the paper. Marty like it's 1985. Michael J. Fox turns back in time to play Johnny B. Good with Sting. Eamon and Ruth Christmas split. Couple will be with mums after missing out last year. Hugs for a dad and son left in pieces. Jesus, horrendous. Get the booster or lose festive freedom. I'm tough, but Strictly might be a step too far. Dragon Sarah says schedule exhausting. 8 held as 2 teens murdered. Horrendous. Tired Queen and pal Mabel watching TV. It's a cruel world. Not everyone is nice. It's hard to teach Harvey that, says Katie Price. Bin and gone. Collections hit as drivers get pay elsewhere. Remember when the bin men were hard? Vegan Nigella cracked after 2 weeks. She just didn't like it. So Alex is thanks to his 30 NHS saviours. Drug kingpin captured. Nail those nibbling skills, Paul. Disgusting Paul Scholes picture again. Ashley is all that Pride of Britain stands for. I could not have a better co-host, says Carol Vorderman. There's a big puzzle section. In the cartoons, Andy Capp is out walking. They Halloween brownies with icing eyeballs on them. A page of cute dogs. And in the sport, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That is better, yeah. Old women should retire and old monarchies should retire to be replaced by republicanism. SK the Crusader, I managed to avoid this Paul Scholes shite, so I'm blissfully ignorant. Remain that way. Just remain that way. Honestly, man. It's Chinatown. Just don't even get into it. Right. The Times is the next one. I'm just going to do a roll call first. Go back to the page of cute dogs, says Mark. Okay, hold on. That is a fair request. Page of cute dogs. Just looking for it now. I had to see the disgusting Paul Scholes picture again in the search for the page of cute dogs, so... Well, it's not a whole page, but it's a couple of cute dogs. There are the cute dogs. Okay, now... onto the roll call. I'm the Broken Bottle Boy, aka McWright. You follow me on Twitter at Broken Bottle Boy. Why not? Why not? Indeed. In the mod squad today is SK the Crusader. Vendor of excellent streams. If you're not following him here on Twitch, you should be. He's excellent. Good run last week, and I expect some good ones coming up this week. I'm sure he'll tell you in the chat. And also thank you, SK, for resubscribing. Thank you also to Geography Challenges, who just followed the channel. In the chat today, C122, H122, Casino Thanks, Crawfish, Dr. Fayad, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Fluff Weasel, Geography Challenges, hello, Gonzo Socialism, Heathmore, 2401, Kinyu92, Mark Kenosis, Musharat, Panic Future, Rachology, Recursive Rosie, Red Tick Seed, Remastino, Salinka Meyer, Spike Trap Claire, the Neon Lady, the Research Arena, the Royal Flush, Use of Weapons, and VNK. Thank you all for joining me on this Monday stream. Use of Weapons, is that the times with the picture of sixth formers on the front? But it's not even exam results day. Did the editor make a mistake? This time, pupils at Brighton School are receiving hour-long laughter therapy classes to ease anxiety amid concern over the effects of COVID-19 lockdowns. This is why that picture's there. Mark Kenosis, man, used panties used to be a cottage industry. Now you've got the corporations muscling in and running warehouses. Bye, SK. Oh, God, why can't I scroll up? I'm trying to scroll up in the chat, for the love of God. It's very annoying. Have a good time at the business factory. Kinyu92, well, we do get plenty of joke parcels. You can send to your mates that say used panty warehouse or whatever. Just give MDMA to sixth formers to C122, H122. I would simply improve their blighted future prospects. Yeah. Elsewhere on that front page, of course, you've got Sad Oligona Soshar. You've got thing about maths in the corner. On the right-hand side, victims in rape cases may be spared court ordeal. I mean, it's taken far too long to get to that point. Main story. Billions more for NHS in bid to tackle backlog. They're going to fuck it up. And there you go. That's the front page of the Times. Let's look what's going on inside. Savile Row brand in search of a suitor. Gives and Hawkes faces being wound up over its parent company's debt. Okay. That sucks, I guess. Victorians overruled by the Georgians. It is their elegance and beauty, according to one historian. Perhaps we're just sick of hearing about the Victorians, says another. Or maybe it's just because we can see the roots of our own gossipy social media culture there, says a third. Whatever it is, historians have concluded that the Georgians are now beating the Victorians. Cliven Literary Festival was told yesterday that the excitement of the Georgian era had led to it eclipsing the Victorians in the popular imagination. Oh, who gives a shit? Queen on light duties and will phase out solo engagements. How about she just retires and then retires the entire monarchy? Alec Baldwin crew fired live rounds before fatal shooting. For the love of fuck. 8 men arrested after 2 teenage boys killed in Essex. Horrendous. Sunak rules out longer school days to boost COVID catch-up. Fucking Sunak. Radio 1 presenter with cancer urges followers to get checked. 7 may be charged over cadet death. That's over the death of a cadet at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Social distancing needed to stop winter meltdown, warns a scientist. I love the way they do that, warns scientist. It's like, it's who is it? It's actually a very senior person. Professor Adam Finn, member of the Joint Committee of Vaccination and Immunisation, said the vaccine alone was not enough. We know this. It's like, it's because they were non-union scamps without proper training. Exactly. Queening, Markanosis says, Queen is phasing out solo engagement, strictly gangbangs from now on. Jesus Christ. It's no joke, school offers laughter lessons. That is the £15,000 a year Brighton Girls' School. Her lessons begin with children being instructed to laugh in the style of a James Bond villain. No, still on the time. Beckham faces human rights row over Qatar World Cup role. David Beckham has defended his lucrative posting as ambassador for next year's World Cup in Qatar amongst fury from human rights campaigners. His ambassadorial work was first reported by the Mail on Sunday in February, but is under new scrutiny after Beckham travelled to Qatar this week. It was reported yesterday that his involvement could be worth up to £150 million over the next decade. Fuck off. Councillors hit top gear to allow Clarkson's cattle shed. Jeremy Clarkson has been granted urgent planning permission to build cattle shed in time for his herd to calve in the new year. Rules changed for a rich, famous man. Panic Future, you don't know what the Queen keeps in the royal carriage. I'm also a scientist of getting hammeredology, says use of weapons. It's an excellent discipline. Tesco website goes down after suspected hacking. Radio presenter apologises to Tilly Ramsey for chubby jibe. Steve Allen, the LBC radio host, has sent a private apology to Tilly Ramsey. He was criticised after he said on air he was bored with 19-year-old's performances and her physical appearance was probably to do with her dad's cooking. Yesterday in the Mail on Sunday, they listed all the times that Gordon Ramsay has fat-shamed people. Clarkson as repugnant pricks as Gonzo socialism. Yeah. A woman who was 14 when she was sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp has, after having already spent 2 years as a slave labourer for the Nazis, has returned to the site of the camp for the first time as she's 91 years old. Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal. A textbook has been withdrawn over a Native American question. An A-level textbook has been withdrawn after it was found to contain an inappropriate question about Native Americans. Hannah Wilkinson, a teacher, tweeted an extract from the book in which students were asked, to what extent do you believe the treatment of Native Americans has been exaggerated? Jesus fuck. Use of weapons. You're in her DMs. I'm sending her a private apology. We are not the same. Jesus Christ. Imagine that being in a textbook published now. Alan Clark's widow goes into battle to save trees around her medieval castle. Parents who are abrupt could be neglectful, is the claim from some research. Well, I'd say there's something to that. Oxfam withdraws bingo game after complaints by trans staff. This inaccurately reported, right? It is not about it being an issue with it being a bingo game featuring women. It is because the cards misgendered Elliot Page. It featured it features a card that refers to Elliot Page under his previous name, Ellen Page. Did you see that American Maths teacher? Give me more detail. Here's a picture of some dogs wearing funny hats. Some of the world's best known millionaires helped A1 Golding to dress up rescue dogs for the 4th Hot Dogs calendar in aid of the Wild at Heart Foundation. I love the one with the melon on. I do. Most textbook writers are people, the kind of people teachers consider to be nerds, so they're usually just weirdos. Right. Missing dogs doubled during firework week. I hate fireworks. Kevin Maher didn't like The Eternals, only gives it 2 stars. Other people have rated it higher. The BBC was so keen on a black candidate for an important news role that it secretly extended the application deadline so he could put himself forward for the position. In a fresh twist to the rumbling diversity row, Times understands that Marcus Ryder was allowed to apply to become executive editor after the May 25th deadline had passed. This is people are trying to attack this specific black candidate. It's pretty fucking low. Panic Future, the one who did a minutes long Native American impression. Oh god, yes I did. Oh god. Crawford, I'm pro dog hats, but my dog is not. What? The media misrepresented a trans story? Never. Imagine that. Fireworks are good and hating them is anti-Chinese racism, says Use of Weapons. I just love dogs and I don't like the dogs getting upset by the fireworks. Gonzo Socialism. There's been a coup in Sudan this morning. The military leader declared an emergency and dissolved the government. Jesus. C122, H122. Watch fireworks on YouTube. You stay warm and don't scare dogs. Yeah. Melon Dog, the Ian Austin Kinyu 92 crossover no one asked for. In the comment pages, Claire Foges takes a break from writing appalling things about GRT people to argue that the honour system should be overhauled, but only subsequent to her getting one. She already has an OBE. Won't be handing it back, I suspect. Emma Duncan writes about postcards. Edward Lucas is whatever. James Kirkup says tackling domestic violence is a national issue. I mean, yes, that's true. Right, in the birthdays today, Elif Shafak, the novelist, is 50. John Anderson, the singer-songwriter, co-founder of Yes, is 77. Glynis Barber, the actress, 66. Phil Daniels, the actor, 63. Sir Kieran Devane, the chief executive of British Council until 2020, and Macmillan Cancer Support till 2015, is 59. Philip Dodd is 72, is the founder of Made in China consultancy. Dominic Dom Gruel, the artistic director of Shakespeare's Globe until 2016 and producer of Benjamin 2018, is 58. Esther Duflo, the economist and co-recipient of the Sverges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel in 2019, is 49. Robin Eubanks, the jazz trombonist, 66. Rhiannon Evans, the snooker player, 12-time and reigning world women's snooker champion, is 36. Midori Goto, the violinist, is 50. Jason Gissing, the co-founder and director until 2014 of Ocado, is 51. Dame Wendy Hall, the executive director of Web Science Institute and the Regis Professor of Computer Science at the University of Southampton, is 69. Nice. Frederick Houseco, the mastermind winner in 1980, a cabbie and broadcaster, is 77. Stephen Leather, the author of the Dan Spider Shepherd and Jack Nightingale series, is 65. Lord Edward Udney Lister, Eddie Lister, the chief strategic advisor to Boris Johnson until 2020, is 72, and he can go fuck himself. Michael Linar, the rugby union player for Australia until 1995, is 58. Donald O'Donnell, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Ireland, is 64. Katy Perry is 37. Marion Ross, the actress, is 93. Charles Sebag Montefiore, the art historian and trustee of the National Gallery until 2020, is 72. A.C. Smith, the cricketer for England till 1963, the last amateur to play for England and the chief executive of the Test and County Cricket Board until 1996, is 85. Zadie Smith, the novelist, is 46. Glenn Tipton, the rock musician Judas Priest, is 74. Anne Tyler, the novelist, is 80. Willie Walsh, Director General of International Air Transport Association, is 60. And Ren Zhengfei, the founder and chief executive of Huawei, is 77. On this day in 1415, English bowmen secured the defeat of a French army at the Battle of Agincourt during the 100 Years' War. And the last word in this column goes to Maya Angelou, writer and activist. Rainbow in the Cloud 2014. Develop enough courage so that you can stand up for yourself and then stand up for somebody else. On a system like the royal family should be shot into space. Agreed. I am pro postcards as well. Front page of the Times 2. What is your immune system playing at? New COVID variants, the super cold, waning antibodies, winter flu. Oh, Jesus. Erdogan has expelled 10 ambassadors in a new outburst. Prince promises Saudis will be carbon neutral by 2060. Bullshit. US wants to fly military jets on fuel made from thin air is the claim. There's a picture of a guy at the German Moustache and Beard Championship at Pullman City Western Theme Park in Edging am See, Bavaria. Look at the mustache on that guy. Pope of gastronomy is sold out for burgers. When Paul Bocuse, the great French chef of modern times, announced that he was opening a fast food restaurant, traditionalists were taken back. Now the surprise has turned into anger following the disclosure that the establishment in Lyon, central France, has been sold by Jérôme Bocuse, 52, the late chef's son, to McDonald's. More than 18,000 people have signed a petition opposing the sale. Bocuse's restaurant L'Auberge de Pont de Collans had 3 Michelin stars during the 5 decades when he ran it, was famous for such dishes as black truffle Élysée soup, which he created for Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, then president in 1975. But in 2008, Monsieur Paul raised eyebrows by opening the first of 2 fast food restaurants. Ouest Express, which sells hot dogs for €7.50 and hamburgers with foie gras for €10. French chefs were abandoning their fight against fast food to develop their own upmarket versions of it. A recent study found that 80% of French restaurants now offer hamburgers. Bocuse died in 2018, leaving Pole Development, a culinary empire that includes 8 brasseries, the West Express outlets, sandwich bars, a cookery school, and l'Auberge de Pont de Colon, which was downgraded to 2 Michelin stars 2 years later. His son, also a chef, decided that the fast food outlets, one of which is in Lyon and the other in the neighbouring town of Villefranche-sur-Saône, are bad for the corporate image, and it was time to sell them. Apparently McDonald's, whatever, fuck truffle, says C122H122. In the business, tobacco giant is accused of lobbying over Vectura. Of course it is. Fuck Philip Morris. Will Sunak be a good neighbour? North Allerton, in the heart of the Chancellor's constituency, awaits the budget with trepidation. Oh, God. Paul Johnson, more spending doesn't mean there's going to be more cash for everyone. Of course it doesn't. Fuck off. EMI, my day in court, and the final humiliation. Guy Hands took his bankers to court over the record company collapse. Proved a disastrous decision. Fuck Guy Hands. In the obituaries, Owen Luder, architect who gave Britain some of its best-known brutalist buildings, including the car park that features in the cult film Get Carter, has died. He was 93. Prince Charles calls the Tricorn Centre a lump of elephant droppings. Prince Charles has never done anything of worth in his life. Eddie Jaku, the German-born author of a best-selling memoir about surviving the Holocaust and conquering hate, published when he was 100, has died. He is 101. He was 101 when he died, sorry. Ronnie Tutt, drummer who became an essential part of Elvis Presley's backing band during the King's relentless touring in the 70s, has died. He was 83. More brutalism. Destroy all other buildings is use of weapons. Use of weapons is also pro-tobacco, anti-Philip Morris. Some ugly corduroys available to buy today in the paper. In petrel, olive, navy, brown, fawn, and black. And in the sport, total humiliation. Pressure builds on Solskjaer after 5-0 rout. Liverpool inflict record defeat on United. Sub Pogba sent off after only 15 minutes. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 5. Right, that's the Times. Give me your scores for the Times. What do you think? What do you like? What do you think of it? I think a triple negative nice. -69, -69, -69. +1 for the excellent moustache. Gonzo Socialism. Government are starving Labour councils for funding and bolstering money sent to Tory safe seats and marginals and target seats. Total gerrymandering, scam, Tory death cult. Agreed? Agreed. That's where we are with it. Triple negative nice for the Times from C122H122. Red tick seed goes with a quadruple negative nice. Let's get... quadruple negative nice from quadruple negative nice elaborate mustaches, says Slinkermeyer. Let's get the Daily Mail up now. Right, there we go. Triple negative nice from Panic Future. Centuple negative nice from the Neon Lady, just infuriating. Use of weapons -69, laughing public schoolgirls. And Panic Future, a triple negative nice. Gonzo Socialism in with a 1, 2, 3. Septuple negative nice. Beckham human rights charges. Alrighty, here we go. Daily Mail, last paper of the day, front page, top of the shop. 5-0 humiliation for Man United. Did Gwynnie's goop cruise float my boat? Asked Barbara McMahon. Probably not, is my guess. Main story, exposed the drug lords of Instagram. Drug lords of Instagram, incredible. Mail reveals dealers making fortunes online and sites even target children. I hate the way they talk about Instagram pages as sites. Also, fuck Goop, agreed. And then also Hancock's cozy night out with lover who cost him job. No, he cost himself the job. Right, moving on. On pages 2 and 3, Baldwin tragedy, arms handler gave gun to girl without checking it. Actor consults. Well, again, as Slinkermeyer keeps saying, scab. Gonzo Socialism. Fanny Candle didn't provide enough media column inches, says women. Laughing public school goes on odds on to replace Koonsberg, says Panicked Future. Slinkermeyer, I didn't think anything could make cruises less appealing. Now I know about goop cruises. Yeah, on page 4, Private Eye, who helped Sheikh menace his wife, was former Met officer. No, surely not. Sorry, Tilly, radio DJ finally apologies to Strictly Star. He called the chubby little thing. He's awful. On pages 6 and 7, cannabis at a click. Brazen Instagram sites that make vast profits from drug dealing. Fucking cannabis, Jesus Christ. And then they name, brilliantly, the Mail names the people. Space Shake UK, Stonechester, Bezel 710, Loud Fam UK. Great advertising for these people in the Sun. Daily Mail. Buying a second-hand Soviet submarine to torpedo the Goop cruise. Pro-drug lords to C-122, H-122. Member of the Met doing awful shit. Imagine my shock. Imagine that. Donate to my cell phone. Legalising fuck's sake. You just legalise cannabis. Face-to-face with dealer called the Devil. His drug-dealing Albanian blood Instagram page had 1,000 followers, so the Mail went undercover to expose him. The result, a chilling encounter of kidnapping and maiming where he boasted of kidnapping and maiming his enemies, and how police missed his stash of cocaine, cannabis, and bullets. It's the world's most Albanian-looking man. Can you send me these names on Twitter to C122, H122? Ban cannabis for being a boring drug, says use of weapon. UK is the world's biggest supplier of medical cannabis, yet refuses to legalise it. Incredible, that, isn't it? On page 11, extremely offensive House on the Prairie. Cambridge Archive slaps woke warning on children's classics. Fuck off! Fuck off! Oh, fuck off! They just, this endless thing of pretending that putting content warnings on stuff means stuff is banned. Fuck off. Slinker hemp growers aren't allowed to harvest CBD from their own crops, even though it's legal here. So everything's imported. It's fucked, isn't it? Rishi rejects rapid restrictions. Of course he does. Remember him, Hancock and Lover get cozy in Croatia. I could give a fuck where he's on holiday, frankly. Felicity Amelia and the £300,000 motorist hit by huge emission zone. Amelia Fox and Felicity Kendall were spotted driving out to enjoy the mild weather this weekend. Their storm clouds ahead for their diesel cars. I'll give a fuck. Page 15. Curse of the Shannons strikes again. Dead at just 51. Brother of Thatcher minister's girl in Oxford drugs tragedy. The millionaire son of a former Conservative cabinet minister has died at the home at the age of 51, it was revealed yesterday. Friends said Henry Channon, a member of the Guinness dynasty, had battled with illness for several months before death on Saturday. It's not a fucking curse then, is it? Man dies many years after his sister died of a completely different reason. Fuck off. Matt Hancock needs genius so he can carry SK's Pokemon team. I woke her around converting your kids to woke-arbism. Yeah, says use of weapons. Page 16 and 17. 2 billion to build more homes. Truss and Sunak on constant manoeuvres in bid for leadership. Lynn Truss dressed up like a pilot on the deck of HMS Queen Elizabeth. Fucking hell. And Rishi Sunak said he'll prepare for his speech with a Sprite and a Twix. Fuck off. Also, I'm pissed because nothing else my chronic pain more than weed, but the unregulated stuff you get here often fucks up my anxiety, so instead I'm on a cocktail. Long-term painkillers are way worse than weed. I know, it's horrendous. Sunak, who is anti-science against lockdown, who knew? Yeah, imagine. My tycoon friend even gambled on his deathbed. If he could not shake its grasp, what hope others, says Dominic Lawson. I am anti-gambling. I'm also anti-making excuses for the super rich. So, on page 19, village that cracked the secrets of eternal life. Well, of living 12 years longer than average. So what's Detling got that other places haven't got? Money is the answer. Liz Truss is too dumb to dress herself. Can't fly in those shoes. This use of weapons. Liz Truss is too dumb to dress herself with C122, H122. Was so full of self-loathing that I trolled myself online, says Harry Potter star. Ivana Lynch suffered so much self-loathing as child actress that she trolled herself online, she revealed yesterday. 30-year-old said she hid her identity so she could add to the criticism she received after landing the role of Luna Lovegood in the series when she was just 14. Miss Lynch, who previously struggled with anorexia, said the eating disorder led to an unhealthy mindset. I was addicted to negative thinking, she says. I'm so delighted for her that she's much healthier now, but also the reporting of this stuff by the Daily Mail is always sinister and grim. Social media-led tragic Molly down lethal rabbit hole as acclaimed. Facebook whistleblower blasts algorithm. Got to be a cult in that village. They live longer due to the pact with the old gods. I'd say so. Was British public school boys kidnapped for £6,000 ransom actually a scam? His captors claim he set up abduction. Well, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised. Russian agents left ex-spy chilling calling card. The former British spy behind the infamous dirty dossier alleging links between the Kremlin and Donald Trump claimed yesterday that Russian agents left him a chilling calling card during a family holiday. Christopher Steele, 57, said intruders put 2 wedding rings, one male, one female, inside his wife's wash bag when they were on a Caribbean holiday about 18 months ago. Asked what the message was supposed to convey, the ex-MI6 officer told Sky News, "We know where you are, we can get to you, don't think you'll be able to hide from us." Right. Stop reporting mental health stories. Awful. They're so bad at it. They're the new must-have pet by the A-list with their own social media sites and thousands of followers. Here, one devoted owner explains how celeb sausage dogs got hot. Oh, fuck off. Just rescue dogs, man. Rescue dogs. Don't worry about the breed. Just rescue a dog that needs rescuing, for fuck's sake. Historic home, period features, ideal for downsizing. Just £235,000 and 13 square foot. Fuck off. Squatty told comrades he had murdered Kenyan mum. I covered this over the weekend about how a Sunday Times journalist trailed this big story that they had about a soldier confessing to the murder of a woman in Kenya with fire emojis and the spinning red light emojis. Insane. If you want to read that, it's a grim read, but I think it's an important read. Do go and check out the newsletter. It's the day before yesterday's. The plane was just seconds from exploding, but I couldn't move. Help me, I screamed. Survived countless dramas on the track, but none was so viscerally terrifying as the day his plane crashed. In our second extract from Frankie Dettori's memoirs, he relives the full horrifying episode. Nothing like horrifying episodes from the Daily Mail. They love it. Captured cocaine baron whose biggest scalp since Escobar. Oh, fucking hell. Why can't they catch the Rolex rippers? The targets, wealthy older men at golf clubs and car parks. The thieves, young women posing as charity workers. Their method to make bizarre sexual overtures as they pilfer priceless watches. Pro Rolex rippers here. Castle, spiked drink left me at the mercy of woman predator. Andrew Castle has claimed he was beyond function after he had his drink spiked during a night out. Castle, who presents a Sunday morning radio show on LBC, claimed that a woman tried to take advantage at the time of the incident in 2003. He told listeners, "I've taken a spiked drink. I don't know whether I was the subject or not. I was sharing a drink with somebody. There were hens and stags. We had dinner and everyone was dancing. There's a blooming big difference between having your drink spiked and having too much to drink. I was beyond function. So when we got in a cab with me, everything's going to say, that's your story. Well, it was not comfortable. And when we got into the cab with me and was saying, let me just say things that were unbelievably inappropriate, I was completely out with the fairies on this one. Mr. Castle believed the woman wanted to take advantage and blackmail and all sorts." Right. Torn apart by hate, brought back together by love 40 years later. Webb reunites teen sweethearts. Well, that's sweet. The Daily Mail back then would have written racist things about them. So, robbing Rolexes from pervy old rich men is based, says the Neon Lady. Solidarity with the Rolex rippers. This chat has gone from jokes to very wholesome today. Good stuff. The sex chat was strong today. It was. Robbing from rich people isn't a crime. It's Robin Hood. October 25th, 2021. On this day in 1980, October 25th, 1980, the Daily Mail wrote, actor Tom Baker, who plays the irrepressible Time Lord on TV's Doctor Who, is giving up his fantastic adventures. He will leave the show in December aboard the TARDIS, and his successor in space could be a woman. It took another 4 decades for that to happen. October 25th, 2003. At 4:05 yesterday, the supersonic age passed away anything but peacefully, rattling the capital's windows for one last time. Concorde, that bold, futuristic symbol of ingenuity, entente, glamour and class, became a thing of the past as Mike Bannister, British Airways chief pilot, brought the last commercial Concorde flight to a faultless landing at London Heathrow. Happy birthday to Katy Perry, 37, and to Elif Shafak, the Booker shortlisted French-born Turkish author. Born also on this day, 1941 to 2020, Helen Reddy, the Grammy-winning singer-songwriter for Australia, is best known for I Am Woman, thought to be the thought to be the first feminist anthem to make US #1. It's just completely written this wrong. She said, lying in bed one night, the words, "I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman," kept going through over and over in her head. I had been chosen to get the message across. Reddy was the world's top-selling female vocalist in 73 and 74. Picasso was born on this day in 1881, died in 1973. And on this day, October 25th, 1760, George III became the King of Great Britain and Ireland. During his reign, he would suffer recurrent fits of madness, and Britain lost its American colony. In 1976, the Queen opened the National Theatre on London's South Bank. Quote of the day from Joan Collins: "Glamour is on life support machine and not expected to live." What the fuck? And joke of the day: why did the spider need an internet connection? It wanted to search the web. Fucking bad joke. In the Inspire section, thanks to the pandemic, there's seldom been a tougher time for women to build a business, but from a beauty pioneer to a fitness queen, our entrepreneurs of the year show it can be done. In the verdict, Super Salah goes ballistic, United are atrocious. Trying to rip off that headline. That joke hurts. C122, H122. All at sea on Gwynnie's Goop Cruise. Chakra sessions, aura, spring cleans, and kale smoothies galore. Barbara McMahon is one of the first journalists aboard the Hollywood Wellness is Queen's latest venture. She says, "I'm trying to follow Goop's philosophy of operating from a place of curiosity, but I'm finding it hard not to giggle. And when she doesn't want to be noticed, the healer tells us she had tells us she can contract her aura like an invisibility cloak." Jesus. Goop is a war crime. Blooming miracle bouquets. Fresh flowers that last a whole year. It sounds impossible. One firm has pioneered it. Bollocks. Dr. Max is awful. Would you pay £200 to give your home an eco audit? No. Sprinkling your aura with piss, says Lincolnmeyer. Pick of the day is The Long Call, 9 p.m. ITV. It's a new cop show. No, thank you. And in the TV reviews, Graham Norton show gets 3 stars. Jonathan Ross star gets 2 stars. And the 80s Music Greatest Decade gets 2 stars. In the cartoons, Garfield is watching TV. Chloe is talking to a man. The man says, "Have you ever done anything totally crazy?" She said, "I once did a naked skydive. I made an unladylike landing in the middle of Joe's picnic party." And he says, "Who's Joe?" "Don't know, but he'll never forget that birthday." And Fred Bassett is in the park running around, having fun and burying his bone. Max, Dr. Max, says Red Tick Seed. Right. Coins. Own the brand new 2021 UK Gold Sovereign today for just £319. No, thank you. Right, in the straight to the point letters. Remember, it's Monday. Monday means no poems. Be glad. Be grateful for that. In the straight to the point letters, D. Evans says, "As Boris is a proficient painter, I'd have thought he could have grasped that grass is green and the sky of opportunity is blue." R. Kinsey of Southampton says, "Beware jolly green giants bearing gifts." Phil Martin says, "Can someone remind Boris Johnson how many votes the Green Party got at the last general election?" V. Hall says, "What are the green credentials of New Zealand land transporting thousands of miles to Britain thanks to the new trade deal?" P. Berry says, "I haven't a problem with the boy in the John Lewis advert dressing in whatever way he wishes. The problem is he's shown wrecking the house. But hey, that's okay because it's insured." James Harvey says, "Is it an oven-ready turkey more important than the birth of Jesus? A turkey will sustain us for a couple of meals, not 365 years a day or in the life to come." Person in the room is not in the room. She's downstairs at the moment. She's person in the downstairs. What? That sounds weird. Today's recipe is mini monster burgers. They look quite fun, to be honest. Trying to get you to go on cruises. They're trying to get you to buy ugly jumpers and fleeces. They're trying to get you to stay in Dubai. No, thank you. Gonzo Socialism hates all words. The alphabet is evil. And in the sport, humiliation. Man United 0, Liverpool 5. Solskjaer vows to fight on, but Liverpool rout is darkest day. That was a Daily Mail. For me, it's a quadruple negative nice, I guess. Thank you for joining me on this Monday show. Panic Future as a theology student. I have issues with this letter. Thank you for joining me on the Monday show. Do check out the newsletter, and if you want to help support the show, thank you to people who threw a few coins in there last week. Do consider chucking some coins into the paper fund. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Conto Socialism gives the Daily Mail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, non-tuple negative nice at £399 coins. Red Tick Seed in with a quadruple negative nice for the Daily Mail. Quadruple negative nice Goop Cruises, says Selinka Meyer. And Fluff Weasel says, thanks, that was bleak as fuck. Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. And if you're watching it live, I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for another exciting show with many horrible British newspapers to look at. Until then, find me on Twitter, and have a great afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.